Being ignored hurts more than rejection. That's not emotional. That's neurological. Your brain reacts to silence the same way it reacts to physical pain. Crazy, right? But here's the part nobody tells you. When someone ignores you, it's rarely about you. And the real reason is way darker than you think. Stay with me, because the last reason changes everything. You text them. Seen. No reply. Minutes pass. Then hours. Your mind starts racing. Did I say something wrong? Did I annoy them? Did I lose value? You replay every word, every emoji, every pause. And here's the trap. Silence feels like a message, but most people read it wrong. Today I'm going to break down what ignoring actually means. Psychologically, emotionally, socially. Some reasons will shock you. One will hurt, and one will set you free. But first, we need to talk about why being ignored feels unbearable. Why ignoring hurts so much. Your brain hates uncertainty. Hates it. Not knowing is worse than knowing something bad. Silence creates a vacuum, and your brain rushes to fill it. With fear, with self-blame, with worst-case stories. But here's the twist. Silence isn't always intentional, and it's definitely not always personal. Let's start with the most common reason, and no one likes hearing this. Reason number 1, they're not emotionally available. Some people don't ignore you. They avoid feelings. Responding requires energy, clarity, presence, and they don't have it. Not for you, not for anyone. These people disappear when things require depth. They reply when it's easy, when it's light, when it benefits them. But the moment emotional effort appears, they vanish. Not because you're unimportant, but because emotions overwhelm them. Here's the scary part. You can't fix this. No message, no explanation, no patience will suddenly make them capable. And the longer you wait, the more power you hand over. But this is only the beginning. Reason number 2, you're not a priority right now. This one hurts, but it's honest. People make time for what matters. Always. If someone truly wants to respond, they will. Even busy people reply to what they value. Ignoring isn't always cruelty. Sometimes it's ranking. And right now, you're not at the top. But wait, this doesn't mean you lack worth. It means their focus is elsewhere. Work, stress, another relationship. The mistake? You assume it's permanent. But priorities shift. And here's where things get dangerous. Because some people use this intentionally. Reason number 3, ignoring is a power move. This is where psychology gets dark. Silence can be control. By not responding, they stay in your head. You overthink. You chase. You doubt yourself. And they do nothing. That's the strategy. It creates imbalance. One person cares more. The other feels powerful. This tactic appears in toxic relationships, manipulative friendships, and emotional games. And here's the scary truth. The more you react, the stronger it works. Your anxiety feeds their silence. But there's a twist coming. Because sometimes they're ignoring you for a reason you never considered. Reason number 4, you trigger something in them. This one is subtle and misunderstood. Sometimes people ignore you because you reflect something they don't like about themselves. Your confidence, your honesty, your growth. You remind them of what they avoid. So they disappear. Not out of hate, but discomfort. Silence becomes protection. And here's the wild part. The more authentic you are, the more this happens. Growth repels people who refuse to grow. But wait, there's still one reason left. And it changes how you see every ignored message forever. Quick question. Have you ever been ignored by someone you cared about? Be honest. Comment yes below if this hit close to home. And subscribe now, because the next part is the one people remember years later. Reason number 5, they think ignoring you is kinder. This sounds backwards, but it's real. Some people avoid confrontation at all costs. They'd rather disappear than explain. They believe silence hurts less than truth. It doesn't, but that's their logic. So instead of saying, "I'm not interested," they say nothing. This isn't maturity, it's avoidance. And here's the important part. Silence gives you clarity without words. Because someone who respects you doesn't leave you guessing. Now let's talk about what really matters. What ignoring means about you. What ignoring does not mean. It does not mean you are unworthy. It does not mean you are boring. It does not mean you said the wrong thing. Silence reflects the sender, not the receiver. Always. And the moment you stop taking it personally, everything shifts. Because now, you regain control. What should you do when someone ignores you? Do nothing. That's the answer most people hate. No follow-ups, no explanations, no emotional essays. Silence back. Not as a game, but as self-respect. When someone ignores you, they've already communicated. Listen. Your energy is valuable. Spend it where it's returned. And here's the final twist. The moment you stop chasing, that's when things change. Either they return, or you move on. Both outcomes are wins, because clarity beats confusion, every time. The deepest truth. Being ignored isn't a punishment, it's information. It tells you who has space for you, who values connection, and who doesn't. And once you see it that way, silence stops hurting. It starts guiding. So the next time someone ignores you, don't beg for noise. Choose peace. Because the loudest response to silence is self-worth. If this changed how you see silence, like the video, share it with someone who needs to hear this, and subscribe before you forget, because the next video goes even deeper. And trust me, it gets crazier.